Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm bringing a pot of water to a boil, and I just added some salt. And once that's boiling, I just added my noodles. Next, I added 2 tablespoons of butter into a pan. Just let that melt down, and then add your 2 tablespoons of chopped onion. Let them cook for about 2 minutes, and then once they're cooking down and look kind of soft, you can add in your 2 tablespoons of flour. Mix it in, try to get the chunks out. They're gonna be like kind of lumpy. You want to cook it kind of low, like medium low, for about a minute or two, constantly stirring so you don't burn it. And then once you get that cooked down, you're gonna add in your 2 cups of milk, but start off adding like just a little bit of milk at a time and mixing it in. If you just pour it directly in, it's gonna leave it like pretty lumpy, and it's gonna be harder to get those lumps out. Okay, so here I am just mixing and mixing until the 2 cups are completely whisked in. It's gonna look kind of thin at first, but once you keep mixing and the heat is going, it's gonna cook down and it's gonna get kind of thick. Once it's to the thickness, you're gonna add in your 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese and 1 cup of Monterey Jack. Don't use the pre-shredded bag. Use a fresh block and then shred it. Okay, so now I just threw in a block of velveeta. It's literally about 1 cup that I measured out of velveeta. It would be smarter to cut it in chunks first before throwing it in, because as you can see, it was kind of like harder to melt down. So yeah, just pre-chop it before you guys throw it in there. And I'm just melting it down. The heat is still on like medium low. Okay, now that it's melted down, I'm just adding some salt and pepper, giving it a mix. Next, I added 1 cup of chopped green chilies. I used fresh ones and roasted them. You guys can use canned if you want. I kind of find that the canned ones taste like kind of vinegary, so yeah, I like to buy mine fresh and then I roast them myself and chop them up. Okay, so now I just added my noodles into the cheese mixture. And don't like mix it in forcefully, just kind of like fold it. You can see what I do. I just kind of like fold it in until all the cheese is coated. And honestly, it was pretty fine, just like this. Like the taste, I really liked it just like this. But if you guys want, you can continue to do what I did in the next steps, where I put it in a cast iron skillet. Make sure that your cast iron skillet is buttered, because since it's like cheesy, it will stick or burn to the bottom if you guys don't put like a lot of butter or oil. Just make sure you grease it. Okay, so I greased my skillet with butter, and then I preheated the oven to 375 degrees. Like I said, the macaroni tasted really good just like that. So if you guys prefer it like that, you guys can go ahead and eat it. But I like mine with cheese on top and with breadcrumbs. So just flattening it out, and I added a half a cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese and a half a cup of the Monterey Jack on top. Once again, this is from the block. Don't buy the bag stuff, because if you guys get the one from the bag, it just like doesn't melt right, and it doesn't melt together. So yeah, make sure you guys use a block. So once I get all the cheese on top, I do have some plain breadcrumbs. I prefer panko for this, but when I went to the store, they didn't have any, so I just used the regular plain breadcrumbs. Panko works a lot better though. I would say that's about 3/4 cup that I put on top. Maybe about 1 cup. Yeah, I would say about a cup of breadcrumbs. And then I put the pan into my preheated oven. And just until it's like bubbly and brown on top is when you can take it out. Mine only took about 25 minutes, I would say. And yeah, this is the finished result, guys. If you like this video, please give it a like and a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.